A very good evening to each and every one of you. Let's fight. Welcome in the ring, whether you're joining us here in Guyana or internationally in the diaspora, region 11. Some of you are close. You're in the Caribbean. Some of you are in South America, Latin America. Some of you are all the way in North America, Europe, Asia. All of those countries out there, welcome in the ring, ladies and gentlemen. Good to have each and every one of you with us this evening. How are you guys doing? Let's fight, people. Let's fight. We gotta fight. Lots happening out there. Let's fight, folks. Lots happening out there. And all of us have got our roles. All of us have got our parts to play. As you come in the ring this evening, be sure to let us know where you guys are joining us from. Be sure as well to share the live stream. We want to hear from each and every one of you. Good to see you. Sukchan, Sudhari, Gavin Holder, Diane Fordyce. Let me know that you guys are hearing us very clearly, guys. Raul, Brando, Ramatar. Raul was talking about cussing out last night, boy. Don't take yourself. Fight back some punches. Gavin Holder, Renee McKenzie Talbot, Don Raymond, Myrtle Hines, Andrew Cuthbert, all the other folks out there. I wish I had this newspaper close to my hand here. A woman at the Stabrook Market, Gloria Chester, good to see you. And Gloria, thanks for your kindness again today. Gloria. Thank God for you. We thank God for you for helping us in such a tremendous way today. Shout out to you and your family, Gloria. And thank you so much. We hope that other folks come on board like you. Good to see you, Samuel Harry and Marcia Harris. Gladys. Good to see you, Gladys Prasad and Joan Newton, Simone Pinder, and all the other folks. Lorraine, Patricia, Norville, Shirley, Gwyneth Jones. Good to see you there. Cheryl Gillis, Valdo Robinson. Good to see all of you guys. Share the live stream. Lynn McDonald and Keisha, is it Millington? Folks, tonight is a night you're going to want to share this live stream. It's so much we got to share with you guys. Things enough. Things plenty. And as per normal, guys, we have the hot topics ready for you. We have these hot topics ready for each and every one of you. We got the topics ready. Are you guys ready where you are? We are ready with the hot topics. I hope I have comport myself properly this evening, but I am ready for you as well. Good to see you guys wherever you're joining us. So I'm making sure I'm comfortable. And my friend at the Stabrook Market there, all the vendors at Stabrook Market had a walkabout today down Regent Street. So many persons reached out to the members of parliament for the opposition that went down there, down Regent Street. Shout out to all you guys, Stabrook Market, all behind by Water Street there. But I want to say a special good night to Cicely Prescott. Good to see you there, Cicely. Good to have chatted with you during the course of that walkabout there. Cicely and all the other folks, Cicely Prescott and all the other vendors there. Stabrook Market, Border Market, Le Penitence Market, Kitty Market. You guys are keeping it real, and you guys are feeling the brunt of all of these inhumane, injudicious, unconstitutional policies from these scam vagabonds and crosses. Y'all know it. Y'all feel it more than anybody else. Guys, I am ready to get into the hot topics. I don't know about you, but I am ready. I can talk for me. I know some folks, Kim Walker and the others, those guys look ready. Kim Walkers and the other folks. Let's fight, folks. Let's fight. I am ready to go. Good to see so many of you. Hundreds of you. Angel Adele Wade. Good to see you, Angel. Good to see you, Angel. Angel hails all the way from Bobis, but she's in Region 5. Good to see you, Angel, and the Yeovil crew. Good to see each and every one of you. Angel says, let's fight. Let me give Angel a shout out with the bell. Let's fight, Angel. Let's fight. We got to fight these trenches. We got to fight the crosses. We got to fight the Jagabats. Quasi Hunt. Good to see you there, Quasi. Hazelin King and Winston Henry. Carmelita Nichols. Good to see each and every one of you guys who are joining us in the ring. Winston Henry joining us from East La Penitence. the beautiful East Lepenton. Shout out to all the folks there. Utav Bromel, good to see you. Michael Jordan, good to see you as well. Fiona, good to see Fiona. And is it Cara Ramkin and Diane Gravesandi, Natasha McPherson, Onika Light, Cheryl Gillis is up in the house. Brenda Braffett, Norma Jones, Maria Mickle, Elizabeth Joe, Paulette Hicks, come on down. Anita, is it Chini Chan? Good to see you. Diane Mitchell Henry, Rowena comments. Rowena, I ain't seen a little while. How are you doing? Rowena, Setola Pompey, how are you doing? Setola, come on down. Folks, very soon we might have a studio and we can literally say, come on down. Diane, Ayana, BB Sandyford, good to see you. Denise London Welshman, Robert Nurain, come on down. Gavin Holderboy, how are you doing? Dion, Ayana, BB Sandyford, plenty name lady. Selena Fraser, all the way from Ontario, Canada. Good to see you, Selena. Good to see all the other folks who are with us this evening. And we're going to be joined by the one and only Amanza Walton-Desir. And she was part of that outreach today as a member of parliament. And I want to pick her brains on what is happening in Venezuela. We're going to talk a little bit about that. I want to shout out also Philip Bumbery. Philip. How are you, Philip? Philip and the Ringsiders in Ontario, Canada. Philip and the Ringsiders in Ontario, Canada. Good to see you there, Philip, and all the other folks there in Ontario, Canada, like Selena Fraser and all the other guys. Yvette Wolford, good to see you, Yvette. Yvette Wolford. I want to shout out the other Yvette as well. Yvette from Connecticut. You know yourself. Come on down. Good to see you there, Yvette. Yvette from Connecticut. Y'all don't get in business. Y'all want to who's all these people? Folks, we calling the register. Chevron says, do I see Chevron says in the house tonight? Chevron is here as well. Ibon Lamy. Guys, I really got to start at 7. Adele Semple. Marsha Glasgow. Derek Smith. Jeffon, is it Jeffon Wills? Gavin Holder again. John Butters. Myrna Monroe. Lewis Roberts. Guys, good to see so many of you. Are you guys ready? I am ready to get into the topics. I am ready to get into it. Anytime now. Let's fight, folks. Welcome in the ring to each and every one of you. Wherever you guys are joining us from, we are so privileged that you're going to be spending this time with us this evening. As you know, as we begin, we like to get our housekeeping matters out of the way. And guys, I cannot implore upon you enough to come on board and partner with us. Come on board. You all can have these folks, just a few folks helping us out, and the majority of you saying, somebody else is gonna pay a subscription for me. Guys, we're inviting you. We're inviting you to partner with us on a monthly basis. $5 US, $10 US, $15, $20 US. We're available at the Cash App. It's a $ in the ring 592. Simple and straightforward. The $ in the ring 592 at Cash App. Guys, get to your phone. Even now at PayPal, we're in the ring 592 at Gmail. At PayPal, we're in the ring 592 at Gmail. We're also available on the MMG system. That's the Guyanese system, the MMG system. We need a fancy name like PayPal or Cash App. MMG. We got to get with the times. Nonetheless, we run 627-6963. 627-6963, and we're also available at Western Union and MoneyGram. Folks, every bit of help helps us to go a very far way. Every bit of help that you give to us helps us to go a very far way. So why don't you come on board? Why don't you guys come on board? $5 US per month, 10, 15, 20, and help us to expand what we're doing. Help us to improve what we're doing. Consider doing that for us this evening. Consider doing that. Let's get into the hot topics. Now that we've had that bit of housekeeping out of the way, ladies and gentlemen, I want us to get right into the hot topics tonight, folks, and lots of information to share with you. Guys, I'm telling you up front, tag a friend. Tonight you want tag your frenemy. And I'm telling you, get your popcorn and your cokes. Get your popcorn and your cokes. You're gonna need it. If you got seatbelts, strap yourself in. Those folks in the diaspora, those folks at home here in Guyana who might be going to work and viewing us on a bus, in a car, on a train, strap yourself in. If you're close to the long pole in the train, hold on. You're in for a bumpy ride. Strap yourselves in, folks. Let's get to the hot topics. In international news, folks, that is where we begin tonight. In international news, the Venezuelans ain't giving up. The people aren't giving up. They are out for blood. They're coming after our land. They are coming after our land, folks. They are not giving up at all. And so in Venezuela, as a matter of fact, in Mexico rather, there was a meeting of the Venezuelan government and their opposition in Mexico. And they have combined and renewed their calls and their assertions to our territory, renew their claims. Ladies and gentlemen, around the world, according to one report, Venezuela's government and opposition representatives reached an agreement on Monday during talks in Mexico City. Venezuela has sought to claim most of Guyana's Atlantic waters, which include the offshore Stabroek Block, where ExxonMobil is leading its oil production. Again, Venezuela has sought to claim most of Guyana's Atlantic waters, which includes the offshore Stabroek Block, where ExxonMobil is leading oil production. So the scraven and the licorice is the oil wealth that they're after, ladies and gentlemen. But we are going to rebuff them. And believe it or not, while they are after our oil wealth, the opposition and government of Venezuela, they are united in that. Irfan Ali renewed his calls as well, renewed his approach, renewed his position that he ain't reaching with the opposition leader. He says he is not reaching with Joe Harman. So even in a country as divisive, with such economic decadence that we have not seen in a long time in a country in such a short period, their opposition and government can unite in a common purpose. But Catfish Irfan, he said he ain't reaching with the opposition. He said he is not reaching with our opposition. He's not meeting. Yep. The same man who talks about national unity, ministry of happiness, and corridor unity. Same fella from Ifrit University. Folks, as we have more information on this issue, we are going to bring it to you. The teachers strike yesterday. So the strike is on. Ladies and gentlemen, the strike is on. A national teacher strike. I am hearing credible reports seems to suggest that we are aiming for a lockdown on Monday. Monday looking like a national lockdown for the time being. The Guyana Teachers Union strike. Priya said they are unconscionable and uncaring. The installed Minister of Education says the Teachers Union are unconscionable and uncaring. Some other members of the teachers, some other members of the PPP had some choice words as well, and I'm going to share that with you in just a minute. But the Guyana Teachers Union, led by Mark Light, General Secretary Coretta MacDonald, and all the leadership, the other members of the leadership of the Guyana Teachers Union, they are leading the strike. Hundreds of teachers were out there in front of the Ministry of Education just today. Hundreds of teachers making their voices heard. They don't want forced vaccination. Teachers are valuable. Nurses also are under pressure. Folks, nurses are under pressure. The teachers aren't having it. Ladies and gentlemen, the teachers are not having it, and they were out there in force today. And I want to share some of that with you guys tonight. They were out there in force, and I tell you, buckle yourself in. Buckle yourself in. They made their voices heard. Let me make sure that we have this right. They made their voices heard. Take a listen.
Rape! Free are trying to rape me! Rape! 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 Rape! Our body, our choice. Our choice. Our choice. Rape! Free are trying to rape me. Rape! 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 Rape!
Folks, there you have it. Who know? That was the chant. Rape. Rape. Priya trying to rape me. Who know? Who know, ladies and gentlemen. Rape. Rape. Priya trying to rape me. Who know? Priya shows her face today. People were asking, why is Priya hiding from our teachers? Priya did not show her face at all. Ladies and gentlemen, at all. And so the strike is on. The strike is on. Tomorrow we go into day 2. We are back there in front of the Ministry of Education in Brickdam. Day 2 of the national strike. You heard that chant. Priya can take her injection and put it in her preposition. Now I need somebody like Randolph Critchlow from The Rush to unpack that. Priya, because I'm still baffled by that. It is so loaded. Priya can take her injection and put it in her preposition. Injection, preposition. I need somebody to explain that for me. That has some deep meaning. Deep meaning. But Priya was absent. I heard on the ground there people saying that yesterday, that photograph we showed you, Priya came out in her PPE. In her PPE on. Some people saying Priya was wearing a full body mask yesterday. People are concerned by the installed minister's mental health. All of that has been brought into question. All of that has been brought into question. You hear the shouts, rape, rape. Who know? Who know? The minister was missing in action today. And so people were asking me, people say, it's Priya boyfriend. You see these allegations, I cannot confirm nor deny. I can neither confirm nor deny. Let me play things safe. I got out there, people start saying, Priya boyfriend come. I start consulting with my lawyer, but what I can tell you tonight, I can neither confirm nor deny those allegations. That's all I can tell you. That being said, ladies and gentlemen, at home here in Guyana and around the world, the lockouts continue. The lockouts continued. Ladies and gentlemen, it continued. The lockout of our nurses continue. It continues. And I want to share one of that with you. I want to share one of that with you. One of the lockouts. I was made to understand, ladies and gentlemen, that this was at Bess Hospital. Am I doing it right? Give me a second. Let me make sure we have it queued up right. So this was at Bess Hospital. And I want to give this nurse an award. This will be called the ITR, the In the Ring Award for Bravery. This nurse was livid. This nurse wasn't having it. Ladies and gentlemen, at home here in Guyana and around the world, the lockouts continued. But some people aren't having it. They aren't having it. This was one nurse from Bess Hospital. Livid.
It gone
Popcorn
to
and
dogs
cokes.
now.
Get your popcorn and cokes.
Apparently, the government of Guyana are treating the healthcare workers as dogs now. So how it gone that they bringing police now to your work site to escort you out of the compound if you're not vaccinated? This we're gone to. So I ain't taking it easy, sir. Because they have to bring a warrant for escort me out of here. So a document got to come from MOPH/WHO/PAHU. So me ain't taking it so, guys. I'm not taking it so. Not me, wrong person, wrong nurse. So that is what is happening at the West Tameshwar Regional Hospital. Guys, I want you guys to tag the media right now. I think you should tag the media right now because this thing is getting out of control and I have zero tolerance at this moment right now. Zero tolerance. And I'm here supporting my colleague that is unvaccinated and vaccinated 100%. So I think this is unfair right now to the nurses in Guyana. When we were protesting for the risk allowance, they begged we to come on the ward. Now, COVID come, it's actually a year and change now we're in COVID, we're in this pandemic. And now they're coming to ask us for a vaccination card. Can these people be real? So that is what's happening right now. So the police are straight on there. Let me just give you a view. They're at a neonatal intensive care unit right now. They're at the neonatal intensive care. So that is what is actually happening now. I am not playing with the government. I am not allowing these people to overthrow me, and I'm not allowing my years of service in this nursing arena to go down so. I am not. I am not. Can you imagine 2 days? Today's my third. In 2 days they had us in the sun. 2 days because what? For a stupid vaccine? For a stupid vaccine? It gone to dogs now. Apparently, the government of Guyana are treating the healthcare workers as dogs now. So how it gone that they bringing police now to your work site to escort you out of the compound if you're not vaccinated? This we're gone to. So I ain't taking it easy, sir. Because they have to bring a warrant for escort me out of here. So a document got to come from MOPH/WHO/PAHU. So me ain't taking it so, guys. I'm not taking it so. Not me, wrong person, wrong nurse. So that is what is happening at the West Tameshwar Regional Hospital. Guys, I want you guys to tag the media right now. I think you should tag the media right now because this thing is getting out of control and I have zero tolerance at this moment right now. Zero tolerance. And I'm here supporting my colleague that is unvaccinated and vaccinated 100%. So I think this is unfair right now to the nurses in Guyana. When we were protesting for the risk allowance, they begged we to come on the ward. Now, COVID come, it's actually a year and change now we're in COVID, we're in this pandemic. And now they're coming to ask us for a vaccination card. Can these people be real? So that is what's happening right now. So the police are straight on there. Let me just give you a view. They're at a neonatal intensive care unit, right?
There you have it, folks. Wrong person, wrong nurse. Wrong person and wrong nurse. We're not having it. Y'all hearing us there in Linden, in Georgetown, we're not having it. I ain't seeing those emojis. I ain't seeing those shares. We're not having it. That is what we're saying. We want to see the emojis. We want to see the shares. We're not having it. We don't care who you be. We don't care who you be. We're not having it. We hope you all are. We having it. Wrong person. Wrong nurse. We got to see the letter from MOPH/WHO/SPAHO. We got to see the letters first. From MOPH/WHO/SPAHO. I have zero tolerance. I have no tolerance. Zero. Wrong person. Wrong nurse. I tell y'all, get your popcorn and cokes and strap yourselves in. And while that was happening at that end, a bishop wasn't having it either. The bishop ain't having it. The bishop said he is standing on the side of his parishioners. Things getting serious in this country. Serious in this country. Let me make sure I call his name correctly. Finding my place in my... Let me make sure I call my name. Folks, y'all better share the live stream. A lot of stuff happening in this country. This government ain't taking note. And you all watch and see very soon, Jagdio seems to allow Irfan and the cabal to fail. And then he can come with a press conference. Y'all look for press conference. He can swoop in to save the day. He has been quiet. That is part of the playbook. Allow Onich them to fail and Kwame. Allow Priya to fail. And Frank Anthony. He gone quiet. And then you can see a press conference. That is him swooping in to fix it right. So this bishop is not having it. Let me tell you what he said. I want to capture correctly, folks, what he has said. Because he is on the side of his parishioners. He is on the side of... This is Bishop Francis Alleyne. It's a good thing I didn't call him because the wrong name was in my head. And Bishop Francis Alleyne says, in view of these COVID-19 vaccination new procedures, we got to show the blue book. He said he can't leave half of his congregation outside. So he is closing the doors until everybody can come inside. You know, I wonder if we got some people with courage like this. Even in the religious community, I wonder if we got some people with courage like Bishop Alleyne. That nurse getting the ITR, Bravery and Courage Award. Wrong nurse. Bishop Alleyne has to get also the ITR, Bravery and Courage Award, the Enduring Bravery and Courage Award. He said he cannot leave part of the body detached. Part outside and part inside. So Bishop Alleyne of the Catholic Church says he is going to close the door to the church, not to people, but he is coming down on the side of his parishioners. Let me give you how Starbuck News captured it. Starbuck News says Catholic churches suspend public worship in solidarity with unvaccinated members. This is Starbuck News. Starbuck News says Catholic churches suspend public worship in solidarity with unvaccinated members. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Guyana 1 year into the tenure of these folks. 1 year. And so I say hats off to Bishop George. Wrong bishop. Hats off to the nurse. Wrong nurse. He says he cannot leave part of his body detached. This is how leaders operate. Where are the business leaders? Y'all care for the customers who get in lockout? I took a walk down Regent Street, as I told you guys. And to the credit of some of those businesses on Regent Street, they ain't even asking for blue card. So in a sense, they are saying to hell with Irfan and their regulations. We got to make our money. But could some businesses stand the way Bishop Alleyne has stood? Could some religious leaders stand the way Bishop Alleyne has stood up? And he says he will not leave part of his flock detached. According to Starbuck News, Catholic churches suspend public worship in solidarity with unvaccinated members. Kudos, Bishop Alleyne. Kudos. Kudos, Bishop Alleyne. Moving on, folks. Confusion powder. We invite you wherever you are in Guyana and across. Share this live stream. Share this live stream. Folks, we got to fight. This thing isn't going to come easy. We got to fight. Let's fight. Some of you need the courage of Bishop Alleyne. Some of us need the courage of Bishop Alleyne. Confusion powder. So the ITR award for courage and bravery goes to the nurse, wrong hospital, wrong church, wrong bishop. Wrong church, wrong bishop. Confusion powder. Confusion powder. Confusion powder. So TCI, wake up. TCI, wake up. Folks, I'm going to go through some issues quick before my guest comes. TCI has now come out against the high-handed vaccination mandates from the installed PPP. I thought they gone under. I thought we buried them, but they just wake up. They have just wake up. They've been resurrected. So maybe this bishop got a lot of powers. And they have now, to their credit, they have now come out against the vaccination mandates. They've now come out against the vaccination mandates. And I see some of you had come out against some natural remedies that German Figuera, MP of Region 10, had suggested. Here is what part of the Citizenship Initiative press statement read. It says, government must not put all its eggs in one basket. I'm happy y'all stand up. I thought y'all are there, but I'm happy y'all stand up. Government must not put all its eggs in one basket, but instead encourage healthy habits, such as diet, exercise, and vitamin intake. Encourage healthy habits, such as diet, exercise, and vitamin intake. So those of you who thought that MP German Figuera was a little loony, apparently you probably got some loony people too in Citizenship Initiative. I thought they're dead, but again, I'm happy at least they're saying something. At least they're saying something. Some other people I thought they're dead. Anug. Well, I ain't seen it talk much about the vaccine. So I would want to think that they're in agreement. But Anug spoke up recently. Ladies and gentlemen, Anug has spoken up. A new and United Guyana. Y'all know Ralph, that Foreign Affairs, earning a big set of money. He get a little comfortable. But I don't know if it's the other members say, Ralph, we got to say something. So Anug has recently expressed, folks, hold it. Listen. Y'all hear this. Anug says it expresses concern about possible corruption. It's corruption and lack of transparency and accountability in the way the PPP has been doling out the cash grant relief. They express concern about possible corruption, lack of transparency, and accountability. Let me read part of Anug. This is not Apnu FC. This is Anug talking about the PPP being possibly corrupt. I know the corrupt. He talks about lack of transparency and lack of accountability. Their press statement reads, a new and United Guyana, Anug, is calling for the Auditor General Deodat Sharma to launch an investigation into the multi-billion-dollar cash transfer program. The trenches won't want to hear this tonight. In particular, he says, the $3.5 billion flood relief program currently being executed by the installed Irfan Ali administration. I include the install. Amid concerns about possible corruption and the lack of transparency and accountability. And those folks in Berbice Region 6, y'all know who had no farm, who had no garden, and who get hundreds of thousands and millions of dollars under false pretense. Y'all know. And Region 3, y'all know. And Region 9, y'all know. So this possible corruption is corruption. I am happy that, Ralph, they finally wake up and they're speaking. It's corruption. It's not possible corruption. It's corruption. Y'all understand? It's corruption. And then on the other side, as we hasten along, on the other side, I hope my guest is set to come. I got Anil. Anil begging. Anil begging Roxanne. Anil begging Roxanne George Wiltshire. Folks, I want you all to share the live stream. I got so much to discuss tonight with you. Share the live stream. He begging the Chief Justice, Madam Roxanne George Wiltshire. Or Auntie Roxanne, as I call her every now and again. He begging. What I find is strange, as you know, the unions took the government to court over this very vaccination mandate. This high-handed nature they have gone about locking out public servants. And now they have now ventured into dictating how the private sector should operate. So there is Anil today. I know y'all got other names for him. Other nomenclatures. There is Anil. Right? You see, if your seeds are light, they'll be blown away in the wind. You're going to plant good seed in good ground. And it can bear fruit. So he is begging the High Court not to grant this injunction, stopping the government from rolling out its COVID-19 vaccination. He got all kind of convoluted arguments, begging. Usually you'll see Anil come out and he said, oh, this court action here lacks veracity and, you know, all manner of things, but not right now. Anil begging, oh, Roxanne, don't stop this thing. Don't stop this thing, Roxanne. Don't stop this thing. Of course, big money got for make. Oh, Roxanne, don't grant the injunction. He is begging the court. But we're watching all parties. We're watching the lawyers litigating this matter, prosecuting this matter. We're watching people like Anil. We're watching Roxanne. We're watching all sides. And we're going to have the credible information for you. We're watching all sides. And folks, the crosses. Anil is one. Anil is one. And let me show you the PPP at their best. Let me show you guys the PPP at their best. So here is a PPP counselor just today. Tamish Budu. Now, Tamish served as a counselor at City Hall. Tamish Budu served as a counselor at City Hall. He's a PPP man. Die hard. Good for you, Tamish. But Tamish is also racist. And I hope that the Ethnic Relations Commission will say something. Tamish said on social media, he hoped teachers know that no work means no pay. He hoped that teachers know no work, no pay. Right? That's what Tamish is saying. He hoped teachers know no work, no pay. And he goes on. He said, work or stay broke. Black man 2021. Tamish Budu. PPPite. Tamish Budu. He said, work or stay broke. Walk or stay broke. Tamish Budu. And I want to tell you a little bit about Tamish. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to tell you guys a little bit about Tamish. I want to tell you a little bit about Tamish. I have to. So bear with us. Hold straight. I want to tell you all a little bit about Tamish Budu this evening. Okay? Let me tell you about Tamish. Again, he said on social media, he hopes teachers know that no work means no play. Work or stay broke. Black man, 2021. Tamish Budu. He went on to another post. Same fella. Same fella. Tamish Budu. PPPite. Tamish Budu. Racist. Tamish Budu. Same fella. Same fella, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah? He calls himself a doctor. He calls himself a doctor. And I'm just making sure I have something settled back here. He calls himself a doctor. In another post, he says, work or stay broke. Work or stay broke. Tamish Budu. The trenches saying anything this evening? Work or stay broke. Black man 2021. Happy Thursday. In another post, work or stay broke. Black man 2021. Happy Thursday. He got problems with black people. Right? Tamish. This Jagabat. This cross. Tamish is a lecturer too, according to his Facebook profile, in mathematics and information technology. Where? At the Ministry of Education. He teaching your children. Nasty mind Tamish. Dirty heart Tamish. Dirty heart. He is a lecturer too. Folks, this is the night. You're going to share the live stream. This is the night. He is a lecturer too in mathematics and information technology at the Ministry of Education. Tamish Budu should be fired immediately. He is a lecturer in technology and information technology and mathematics at the Ministry of Education. He should be fired immediately. Lexi Bess, Lexi Boss, Simone, Carlotta McFarlane, Sandra Davis, immediately. He also is a lecturer at the University of Guyana, Berbice campus. Tamish Budu is also a lecturer, according to his Facebook profile, at the University of Guyana, Berbice campus. He should be fired immediately. And I want to hear from the Ethnic Relations Commission. I want to hear from Priya. I want to hear from Onich Waldron. I want to hear from Gail Teixeira, Anil Nandilal, Jagdio. I want to hear from Irfan. He served as a PPP councillor at City Hall in Georgetown. He said, work or stay broke. Black man 2021. So he's at the Ministry of Education, according to his Facebook profile. He's also at the University of Guyana, Berbice campus. And he also worked at the Cyril Potter College of Education. So he's stupid. In his own deliberate judgment, he calls himself a doctor. In Tamish Budu's own deliberate judgment. His own deliberate judgment. He has come out with his racial tendencies. Work or stay broke. Black man 2021. Work or stay broke. And while Tamish was giving us the expanse of his academic learning through the leader of the opposition, a plan has been proffered for our teachers through the leader of the opposition. While Tamish was saying, work or stay broke, Black man 2021. And as part of this plan, the opposition is proposing support for parents and teachers. As part of the plan, the opposition is proposing support for parents and teachers. 50,000 education cash grant transfer to each child, 25,000 device voucher for each child, 10,000 internet connectivity voucher for each household, Wi-Fi hotspots in villages throughout Guyana, MiFi internet devices for household. We don't want people to rush back to school and then the school is an incubator for the widespread dispersion of COVID-19. The plan also includes folks home here in Guyana and around the world, support for teachers. It proposes 50,000 monthly educational support transfer for all teachers to assist with virtual teaching expenses, high-powered laptops for every teacher, home internet provided for all teachers, and a monthly Zoom subscription paid for all teachers to host virtual classes. To hold virtual classes. So that was what was occurring on the opposition side. While Tamish was talking about work or stay broke, Black Man 2021. And while Tamish was pursuing his racist ideology, remember last night I told you about the playbook of the PPP, according to Freddie Kisoon, they're ideological racists. While Tamish Budu was pursuing that front, you had a resident of Coverdale squatting area who was asking for help. Asking for help. And here's what the resident said. 2 months now they dig up the road. 2 months now. It's in need of fixing. They're asking for help at Covent Garden squatting area. Help. That's what they're asking for in the Covent Garden squatting area. Help. Well, doctor talking about Walker Staybrook, Black Man 2021, Tameshwar Budu. The woman wants help in the area in which she's living. She wants help. That being said, ladies and gentlemen, on the COVID front, very quickly, I think I have my guest with me now. On the COVID front, folks, 6 dead today. My guest is standing by. 6 dead today, alone from COVID-19. In the first week of September, 32 deaths. This is the first week of September, 32 deaths, according to Newsroom. 289 new infections. According to News Source, Guyana recorded 6 more deaths on Sunday alone, pushing the total deaths recorded in the last 5 days to 22. On the COVID front, you can want to pursue your policies, but don't mash people corn. Wrong person, wrong nurse, wrong bishop, wrong opposition, wrong country. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I want to welcome my guest this evening, the Honorable Amanza Walton-Desir. Her brain is bigger than mine. Maybe she can make better sense of these issues. Amanza, very good evening. Welcome.
Good evening, Sharon. And thank you for having me on. Good evening to your listeners.
Thanks for accepting the invitation to be on.
Anytime.
Amanza, let us start on the international front, because I know this is your forte as being the shadow minister for foreign affairs. We see the Venezuelans, again, being able to come together to make their claim, to our territory. We're still struggling to come together for some basic things. But the Venezuelan could meet to claim most of our Atlantic waters, which includes the offshore Stabroek Block, where Exxon Mobil is leading their oil production. What happened to we? What is this about? Do they see a weak president, a weak installed regime, and that is why they're advancing in these directions?
I think generally when you see the sharks circling, it is because they sense blood in the water, and certainly I believe that our neighbors are observing what is going on, and they have definitely taken advantage of the moment. But I think most importantly, it's a demonstration that the Venezuelans have been able to put aside their differences and rally around one common goal, and that is claiming Essequibo as their own. Now, there's a lesson in it for us, because one of the things that uh, President Maduro has been able to do is pivot. And what we've been seeing is the PPPC demonstrating very, very clearly that they are either unable to pivot or unwilling to pivot. And I think it is going to cost them. I also wanted to make the point, Sherrod, that if you recall when we were when we were debating that bill on the registration of births and deaths, that I made the point that what we needed to look sharp for was a move by the PPPC regime to register a number of Venezuelan nationals who were refugees pouring over the very poorest borders that we have. I also made the point that we needed to safeguard against uh, an incursion of civilians settling in the Essequibo, of Venezuelan civilians settling in the Essequibo, that they have been taught from the time that they could read that Essequibo belonged to them. And so it could lead to a situation because of the PPPC's greed for power where Guyanese become outnumbered in their country by Venezuelans. Venezuela has 24 million people. We are not even 800,000 here. They have one of the largest armies in the world.
Yep.
And
Yep.
so my concern is that in their haste to pad the voters list and secure political power, and to try to win an election even before a ballot is cast by
Yeah.
padding that voters list, that the PPPC regime will jeopardize the sovereignty and territorial integrity of
Yeah.
Guyana.
Yeah. Amanza, as you have stated that blood in the water, I want to encourage the folks who are watching us home here in Guyana and around the world. Folks, we gotta fight. We gotta fight, and part of how we do that is you sharing the live stream. Blood in the water, Amanza. There's a sense that this is a tremendously weak government under Irfan Ali. There's a sense that we're on the verge of a collapse. As a government, they're on the verge of a collapse. And I wonder if this move by Venezuela, according to what we're seeing, what we took from what we got gathered from Starbuck News, that the Maduro government and opposition agreed that Venezuela has a historic and inalienable claim to Guyana's Essequibo region, the focus of a century-old controversy. I am wondering if part of this new advancement of the Venezuelans is because we seem to have conceded territory already to the Surinamese. The Surinamese President Santoki and Irfan seem to have this bromance happening. Are you got to watch that? This bromance happening. Starbuck News said they seem to have conceded the Quarantine River to the Surinamese. Is it that kind of blood in the water the Venezuelans are sensing, and now they're pouncing on a weak national leader?
This is what I have been referring to for the last year when I decried the fact that there seems to be no guiding national interest. And in the absence of that, what you find is a very transactional type of foreign relations that puts us in the precarious position that we find ourselves in today. The significance of the Surinamese government being able to issue licenses to our fisher folk has implications. And so, it often amuses me when you bring these very serious matters to the fore, and the PPPC tries to make it look as if you're being, like if you're crazy or something.
Yeah.
But the reality is that I think they're discombobulated because we have been able to read their game and we understand what it is that they're doing. And the world over is seeing that they have begun to lose control and direction. Just look at what is going on at home here. Everything is falling apart. And you know what is the saddest thing, Sherrod? We have in place an administration that is willing to lie. to lie. I was reading on social media this evening because I noticed a post from the Ministry of Education
Mhm.
that said that most of the teachers turned out to work
Mhm.
today. It is almost as
Yeah.
if the PPPC regime is forcing Guyanese to
Yeah.
question their sanity. It is a type of psychological
They
warfare,
have
not
their own
just
go bells. Yeah.
their own goals. And so it is almost as if a type of psychological warfare has been unleashed on
Yeah.
Guyanese because
Because
there were
Amanda,
hundreds
I
of
saw equally. I think it was them waves said
uh-huh.
hundreds of teachers turned out to protest the government. So
This is
if
the point.
nearly all the teachers turned out, who are these hundreds of teachers that
This
were outside there
is
protesting
the
the government, the
point
administration?
that's the point that I was just about to make. And then not only that, they posted photographs. I do not think that the PPPC is ready for social media and the
Yeah.
type of exposure that it brings. Because what you're learning now is that the photographs that they posted were taken since Monday.
Uh-huh.
Because the people see it and say, but that's not the clothes I wore. I wore that clothes on Monday.
Yeah.
On
Yeah.
Monday.
Yeah.
So it's hilarious, but it indicates the depths to which the PPP is willing to go to deceive this
Yeah.
nation and to cause us to doubt our own eyes and our own selves. Our reports are from on the quarantine that there was nobody in school,
Yeah.
which tells you that even in their strongholds, there is serious discontent with the manner in which they are
Yeah.
proceeding. But in the usual stiff necked, high handed approach, they will continue down the road. But you said something tonight that piqued my interest, and that is maybe the vice president will emerge on his white horse in a few days to save the day and to restore some order. Maybe he deliberately does allow them to fail and fall in confusion so
Because
that
that
he
seems
can.
to be that seems to be the playbook. He allows them to fail so that he can maintain relevance, and so he
Right.
allows things to go asunder, to be rent asunder, and then he swoops in. He's going to come with a
Mhm.
press conference, and then he's going to start to dictate what is going to happen. He's going to try to jump in to engage the unions in some arbitration because he knows Priya isn't competent. And clearly, Amanza, as you mentioned, social media, Priya isn't doing herself any favors. Minister of Education seem not to know the schools in Paramakatoy from the schools in Madia. She seemed not to know the school in Kwabana from the school in a place she called Queen Nanma, which doesn't exist. So clearly, on social media, they aren't prepared for social media. She isn't doing herself any favors at all in terms of where competency of the job comes into play.
I think Minister of Education needs to take a break from social media and focus on getting the schools prepared for a proper reopening. She needs to dedicate her energies to meeting with the teachers and understanding their needs. A number of our MPs, we went into schools in our various in our various constituencies on Monday. And so we were able to get first-hand feedback from the teachers as to the state of unpreparedness. And what you hear is the Minister of Education is pig-headed. She is not listening. She's not listening to the technical experts. She wants to do what she wants to do. And what we are seeing here is the result of not taking advice from the technicians. And so our children have to suffer, our teachers have to suffer, all because they're a group of people who occupy the seat of government who believe that they are not accountable to anyone. And they believe that by insulting and attacking and so on and so forth, that they can deflect from the fact that they are floundering.
Yeah, yeah, and I'm happy you said that because this is borne out. Listen to a parent, Tamika Prince. She said she had a PTA meeting for the reopening of school. She said, let me tell you this, Priya Manikchan have zero knowledge of what she's doing. The HM and teachers are lost and as confused as parents are. So what you're saying there is bearing itself out in the facts. It's bearing itself out in the facts. But Amanza, more centrally, 1 year in, The Catholic Church says, we're there with y'all on these mandates. We are standing by our parishioners. We're seeing Anug. Anug seems to be asleep, talking suddenly about corruption and transparency and accountability of this installed regime. We see Citizenship Initiative saying this COVID mandate business is nonsense. It's an act of an uncaring government. Where are we heading, MP?
I believe I think Guyanese have to brace themselves. Elections have consequences, and this is what we are seeing. And it is quite unfortunate that, and I'm speaking as a Guyanese, it is quite unfortunate that on matters concerning even the health and welfare of our children, we cannot be united. We have become so divided politically that, we are stiff-necked in our approach and polarized. And it is untenable. Sherrod, we walked through the markets today and we were talking to vendors. My heart hurts because there is this mother of 7, she is selling, and she says to me, if I make $800 in profit a day now, I make a lot. And she is out there from 5:30 to 8 o'clock, and all she can make is $800 in profit. Now, mind you, recently the government gave tax breaks to the importers and reversed a lot of the costs back to pre-COVID-19 costs. But as our colleague Jarita always points out, the trickle-down economics don't work. And so the elite, the business owners, continue to reap the dividends, but it's not passed down. And this is why I will continue to maintain that the PPPC is anti-working class. They are anti-working class. It is demonstrated in the manner in which they have handled this COVID-19 pandemic. Why not make free PCR testing available at every government health outlet? Every village clinic, every health center should be able to offer Guyanese a free PCR test. Instead, what they have done is they have instituted a situation where they, and I'm sorry if you're hearing my dogs in the background, there's something causing them some anxiety outside.
Right ahead.
There is something so uncaring about the fact that not only do you require a PCR test, but you farm it out to private clinics to say that people must pay $100 to go get a PCR test. That is unconscionable when people are having to struggle to put food on their table. And some people say, well, yes, just go take the vaccine. But there are some people who can't.
No consideration for them.
There are some people who just can't take the vaccine. And so there is nothing in place to say that they should, that some kind of consideration should be given. But you want teachers to pay from their already meager salary. You have refused to give them a salary increase despite 2 budgets, including one that you said is the largest ever. And so the PPP has declared war on the working class. And on that note, I want to say that I expect to see the unions, kudos to the GTU for standing up. But I want to see the GPSU doing more to represent their workers. They're the legal representative of their workers, and they need, and we will continue to support whatever action they take to advance the interests of their members. It is a war on the working class. Sherrod, we have money in our natural resources fund that will enable this government to put in place creative solutions. We have come up with a menu of measures that we believe will help. In terms of
which I articulated earlier on this program. But Amanza, on that note, you talk about how they are anti-working class. Look at the man in the street. Look at the nurse. Wrong person, wrong nurse, taking a stand. People are fed up. Amanza says 1 year, 1 month. They are fed up of the government. They are fed up of them already. Wrong person, wrong nurse. Look at the bishop, Bishop Francis Alleyne. Again, kudos to Bishop Alleyne. Look at servant leadership. Bishop Alleyne has says, I cannot leave part of the body detached from the whole. And so I'm closing the church doors now. I cannot leave part of the body detached from the whole. I want to quote for you what is the summation from Sabbath News point of view. Catholic churches suspend public worship in solidarity with unvaccinated members. Where is the servant leadership from this government that boasts a whole host of religious people? Muslims and Hindus, even some confessing to be Christians. Where is the servant leadership, the compassion for the people, as is clearly demonstrated here by Bishop Francis Alleyne? Finally.
Yes, I couldn't answer. I couldn't answer because to stand up to oppression and tyranny takes courage. And very often it is simply convenient to go along.
Yeah.
And you see, when you make these statements, people say, oh, you're an anti-vaccine. Certainly not.
An anti-vaxxer.
No way, shape, or form. And we encourage people to take the vaccine wherever we go, but we are not at liberty to pretend as if people do not have concerns. We are not at liberty to pretend as if the government has not bungled the message and created a firestorm, and they expect the opposition to come with a hose to out it. Nonsense. We're not prepared to do that. The government should have embarked upon a proper education. My heart hurt when I read the issue of that little girl that took the injection.
Oh, yes.
And then the Ministry of Health issues a statement that says, oh, parents have to notify of any pre-existing conditions. You should have rolled out an education program for parents.
Correct.
You should have put in place at the local levels, at the clinics, doctors to examine children and to assess them and to determine that they should take the vaccine. These are the things that you have to do, instead of you and your surrogates trying to make people who have genuine concerns out to be the bad guys and pit us one against the other, the vaccinated as against the unvaccinated.
But
nonsense.
Amanza, in addition to that, the hospital was saying, the ministry, the installed Minister of Health was saying that a young woman is home resting and the mother saying she's at hospital in a terrible state.
Again,
Minister saying she's home comfortably.
Again, demonstrating their inability and the fact that they are not ready to deal with a social media age because they do not govern in a transparent manner. A government with nothing to hide and doing nothing clandestine is not afraid of social media. Because their actions are informed and they inform the population in turn. And it is a lockstep process towards getting and achieving the objective of fighting COVID. But you want to come with a big stick approach, understanding that it is human nature. The minute you are going to force somebody to do something, you create resistance, you create suspicion. And so you are not helping yourself. And the PPPC needs to get out of its own way. And
Amanza Walton,
they don't have the capacity.
Amanza Walton-Desir, thank you for coming by this evening. Very well.
Anytime, my brother.
Very well. And really and truly given context and guidance on these many issues, from the national issue to the local issue. You know, thank you so much. Thanks.
I'm always happy to be here with you, and keep up the fight, keep up the good work. You know, you're becoming something of a local celebrity.
Nonsense.
Today. You know, it was so awesome today to see, you know, we walking through and everybody's like, Sharon, let's fight. And so we're making an impact, my brother. And so
I would only say this. I grew up in a very Christian tradition, a Christian ethos, that we say every joint supplies the body. Absolutely. And so I doing my bit, you doing your bit, in your own right, in your own strength and in your own vein. And other MPs are doing their bit. and we are all, have the same the same goal in mind. But thank
Absolutely.
you
And
for your kind
we
words.
need our people. We need the support of
Yeah.
our people. We need them to support us because we feed off of their energy as well.
Yeah.
And so we all have a role to play in making sure that Guyana becomes Guyana that we're proud of. So thank you for having me, my brother, and we'll talk again soon.
Thanks very much for coming by again. Thanks, Amanza.
Awesome. Take
Great.
care. Bye.
Folks, there you have it. The one and only Amanza Walton-Desir. She's one of a kind. She's a gem, and we love her a lot. One of a kind. Folks, I really want to thank you guys. We went a little bit over time here. We went into the overtime, but I want to thank you for staying with us. All 4,000 plus of you who joined us live tonight. Folks, we're always heartened and privileged that you guys take the time and join us for the information and for whatever else you find useful or value in this program. Again, I want to encourage you guys that we cannot do it without you. And so I'm going to make the plug again for those of you who can to come on board and partner with us in a real purposeful way. Guys, we say as little as $5 per month, $10 per month, $15 per month to keep this program going. We want to expand it for you guys. So much more we want to do to professionalize the program. And so we invite you guys to come on board, partner with us. If you guys want to do that, we're available at the Cash App platform. It's the Cash App. It's a $ in the ring 592. It's a $ in the ring 592. That's using the Cash App platform. Using the PayPal platform, we are in the ring 592 at gmail.com. That's our email address. In the ring 592 at gmail.com. We're also available at the local, the indigenous, the Guyanese version of PayPal and Cash App, the MMG system. It's 627-6963. You can get us on that number, 627-6963. We're also a little old school, so we're also available at Western Union and MoneyGram. Western Union and MoneyGram. $5 per month is 1,000 Ghana dollars, and we can do so much with that, folks. $10, 15, 20 on a monthly basis. That being said, ladies and gentlemen, I want to get that bit of housekeeping out of the way, but really and truly, we need all of your help and all of your support as well, ladies and gentlemen. And you are now free to go. Class is dismissed. I'm going to stick around a little bit and give some folks a shout out. Class dismissed. The fight done. The fight done. I'm going to stick around for a little bit and give some folks a shout out because we're always so privileged to have people like Hazelyn King join us and Pamela Gurick. And also want to give a big shout out to Yvette Jerrick in Connecticut. Yvette Jerrick in Connecticut, one of our biggest supporters. Michael Abrams, good to see you. Agatha Devant, Dolet Asana, Onessa Wardin. Onessa, how you guys are doing? Roseanne Princess and Ramkin Hercules, good to see you there. Gavin Holder, good to see you. Michael Abrahams, Raul Brando Ramatar, Coretta Millington, how are you doing, Coretta? Coretta, understand that Christian ethos. Good to see you, Coretta. Good to see you, Audrey Tom, and is it Bilal? Bilal, I hope I'm getting that name right. Mary Fraser, good to see you, Mary. Bilal Muhammad or Bilal Muhammad or Bial Muhammad. Corinne Archer King, good to see you, Corinne, and Leslie and all those other folks. Marsha, Brenda Brafford, good to see you guys. Josephine Roberts, thanks for coming by. Millicent Ross, good to see you too. Warnella Garnett. Warnella, how you doing there? Good to see you. Good to see you. Lexi Boss. Pansy Fields. Good to see you. Bernie. Good to see you, Bernie and Michael Abrams. Alvin Fraser. Come on down. Good to see you, Alvin. Oswin Tapin, one of the usual suspects. Good to see you. Good to see you guys. Abigail. Good to see you, Abigail. Rosanna. Bettino Nichman. Good to see you, Bettino. All of you great folks, good to see you joining in the ring, guys. We love having each and every one of you, and we'd rather have nobody stay with us ringside. Kim Westmoreland and Joylyn Cook, good to see you there. And is it Tony? Tony joining us on Twitter. Good to see you, Tony. Denise Mitchell. Tony says, we love Guyana. We all love Guyana. We might belong to different parties, and that's why we contend so ferociously and so fiercely, because we love our country. We want to see the best for our country. Ramkin Hercules and Oswin, good to see you. Alicia George, good to see you, Alicia. and Ansel Johnson. Good to see you, Ansel. All the other folks. Stacy and Stoll. Good to see you as well. One of the regulars. Is it Nolda Grant, good to see you. Nolda Ingrid King, good to see you, Ingrid, as well. So many of you people, Brent Null Mickle, good to see you, Brent Null. And Rexan Austin, Elizabeth Narine from South Carolina, good to see you, Auntie Elizabeth. Good to see you there. And Raymond Narine, good to see you there. And Antonia Narine, and Ariane Narine, and Liesel, and Alicia Narine. Good to see you, the Narine family there in South Carolina. Good to see all of you folks, all of you beautiful. Lynette Zephyr, Lynette, what happened, girl? Good to see you, good to see you. I was able to catch up with Lynette for a couple of minutes in Brooklyn. Good to see you, it was great to see Lynette. Trevon, good to see you, Trevon. All of you lovely folks. Folks, have a wonderful evening. Continue to social distance. Continue to wear your mask. Continue to sanitize. Practice all the COVID-19 protocols that are there for your health and your safety. That of your friends, family, and your loved ones. Folks, tomorrow we're back out there on the protest line with the Guyana Teachers Union. It's 10 o'clock in front of the Ministry of Education. This is not the main branch. The main branch is opposite the United Nations building there. The UNICEF building on Brick Dam. We're at the branch that is over Camp Street. The annex over Camp Street there. We're going to be there for 10 in the morning. Boots on the ground, folks. Great to have all of you in the ring, folks. Do stay safe. See you guys back here tomorrow evening. Stay safe, guys.